Yeah, I never really felt that pressure. I think I had an established career first at Ajax, then of course I went to Juventus, and that didn't really work out for myself. Then to connection, the type of goalkeeping was not suited for the Italian game. Of course, I played 4 years for Fulham in the Premier League, so I knew the league, I knew the players, I knew what is needed to succeed. And getting the opportunity at a later stage in my career, 34, to play for such a big club again, and it just felt like a warm bath. And I never was faced by whatever the shadow of Peter Schmeichel or the pressure of performing or playing for a big stadium, and everything felt from the day one that I walked in. It felt natural, and all the things that Ferguson asked me, what he needed it and what he wanted me to do, I did, and some maybe even more, a little bit more.
Because the man in goal at the moment is coming under intense criticism in Andre Onana. There's lots of talk about whether Manchester United should be going into the market again in the summer to maybe replace Onana. Where do you stand on that? Do they need to replace the goalkeeper?
No, I have a great connection with Andre. He was 4 or 5 years at the club at Ajax, and also on the personal level. And I've seen him train. I've trained with him. I still speak to him. I'm sure he's going to cope with the pressure and everything that is facing him at the moment. And of course, sometimes you go through a rough patch, but I think he's a very strong character. I think the obstacles that he had along his life, his career, and the place where he is now, and I'm sure that he's gonna be a very capable goalkeeper for the coming years for Man United.
Yeah, you genuinely feel that in the coming years, Onana will be a success there.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you know him very, very well, of course, from the time at Ajax.
Yeah.
Do you still keep in touch with him? Do you speak to him? Does he ask you for advice?
I met him, let's say, about 2 months ago. I was at Craven Cottage at the Fulham against Manchester United game. So after the game, I met up with some former players and some staff. So I was speaking with Lisandro Martinez and Andre also, and so we always have a great connection at the club, and so we stay in touch.
That's good to hear. It's been quite a bad season. We all know that for United so far, but they're still in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Into the semi-finals against Athletic Bilbao. If victory was to be achieved in that competition, does it change the narrative totally around United for this season, or is it still one of those ones where they need to be scrutinised for what has happened in the Premier League?
No, of course you need to look at things that are happening, of course. But I think for the fans, they know it's been difficult. It's not only this year. The last 7-8 years they are not experiencing the highs that in the 2007 years, or maybe in the 90s. But in that aspect, I think it's a lifeline they are getting, and we had that ourselves in 2017. We played at Ajax Europa League final against Manchester United, and under Mourinho. I don't think they qualified for Champions League that year either, and they unfortunately they won in Stockholm. So it's a great opportunity for the club, for the fans, for the players, for the manager, and of course for the board.
Van der Sar backs Onana to succeed at Manchester United. Former Manchester United goalkeeper Edwin van der Sar has expressed his support for Andre Onana, urging fans to be patient with the under-fire shot stopper. Onana, who joined United from Inter Milan, has faced heavy criticism following a string of high-profile errors this season. However, van der Sar, who enjoyed a successful stint at Old Trafford, believes the Cameroon international has the quality and mental strength to bounce back. It's never easy settling into a club like Manchester United, especially when the spotlight is constantly on you, van der Sar said. Andre is a talented goalkeeper, and I have no doubt he will prove his worth over time. Van der Sar's vote of confidence could provide a much-needed morale boost for Onana, who remains determined to turn his form around and establish himself as a reliable figure in goal for the Red Devils.